Внимание на экран.
Добрый вечер, Петербург. Рад вас всех приветствовать. Сегодня я возвращаюсь после поражения в чемпионском поединке. В том бою я допустил ошибку, и эту ошибку мне не простили. Соответственно, нужно больше работать e быть внимательнее, чтобы не допускать больше таких ошибок.
Meu nome é Tiago, sou do Brasil. Vim aqui para lutar com Sergey Romanov. Espero fazer uma boa luta e sair com a vitória.
Мой соперник Тьяго Varejao Лассерта. Видел его пару боев. Бьет ударник, рубака. Я таких люблю. Зарубимся, посмотрим. К данному бою у меня получилась затяжная подготовка, потому что я готовился к турниру, который должен был быть на месяц раньше, но, к сожалению, этого турнира не состоялось. Начинал свою подготовку в Таиланде, в Тайгер Муай-Тай, с ребятами из Кузни, из Сечи. Потом я поехал в краснодарский клуб «Кузня» к своим братьям, которые подтягивали меня там целый месяц.
Romanov, vamos fazer uma boa luta. E eu vou sair vitorioso.
Тьяго, Питер встретил тебя хорошей погодой, а проводит пи***ми.
Господа, это трехраундовый супербой в промежуточной весовой категории до 79 килограммов. В синем углу рейджа спортсмен из Бразилии. Приветствуйте, Тьяго Varejao Лассерда!
From Brazil, Tiago Varejao, making his M-1 debut tonight. His pro MMA record, as he enters, stands at 26 victories, 5 losses, 1 draw, 1 no contest. 15 of those 26 wins by way of TKO or straight knockouts. Varejao told me that he brings a Muay Thai base to MMA. He said, I want to keep this fight standing, be extremely aggressive, and overwhelm my opponent, Sergey Romanov, with strikes. Varejao also told me he wants to set up from the outside, long-range power punches and kicks. Behind Varejao, you just saw Joelton Santos earlier tonight. Very hard fought. Defeat for Santos, no shame to that, losing a unanimous decision versus Danila Prikaza. You'll see Joelton Santos again wearing the effects of that fight fully on his face.
Now bring it back, just like this, like a dog without his bone. I like it cheap without his chrome. It's hard to imagine the homie dog in the jacket. He checking for the chicken flag. Coming in first, never in last, cause my car too fast. I never ever run out of gas.
Sergey Wilton Santos.
Upper class. So fast on your seat.
Into the M1 ring comes Tiago Varejao.
Спортсмен в красном углу ринга представляет Российскую Федерацию, команду Сечь-Про из города Санкт-Петербург. Приветствуйте, Сергей Романов!
The Russian Sergey Romanov enters tonight what for him stands as a true crossroads fight. Romanov's last bout occurring October of last year when he fought for the M1 welterweight title. He lost to champion Alexei Kunchenko by way of first-round TKO. Always, I mean always, interesting to see how a fighter responds after dropping a title fight. No easy task for Romanov versus the 26-win Brazilian Tiago Varejao. Romanov told me in our fighter meeting yesterday he either wants to be all the way out or work to the inside and hit the clinch. He said, I want to avoid a mid-range fight and I cannot allow myself to get sucked into a brawl. Romanov very much a volume striker. Likes to throw combinations, excellent striking defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an M1 challenge catchweight bout of 79 kilograms. Now let me introduce your fighter in the blue corner. This fighter is 28 years old. He weighed in at 78.9 kilograms. He stands 185 centimeters tall and has an impressive record of 26 wins, 5 losses with 1 draw. He is the winner of the Jungle Fight events and champion of the Iron Man Championship. From Brazil, please welcome Tiago Varejao Lacerda. And now welcome his opponent in the red corner. This fighter is 28 years old. He weighed in at 78.8 kilograms. He stands 183 centimeters tall and has an impressive record of 14 wins and only 2 losses. He is champion of St. Petersburg in kickboxing and MMA, representing Sech-Pro from St. Petersburg, Sergey Romanov. And the referee for this bout, Łukasz Posadzki.
Okay, fighters, you know the rules. Listen to my commands all the time. When I say stop, we stop. That goes. Go back to your corners.
At the catch weight of 79 kilograms, Tiago Varejao versus Sergey Romanov. Round number 1. Black trunks for Varejao, black trunks, red trim for Romanov.
Time.
That must have been a hard blow. He fell like a sack.
And time called by our Polish referee, Łukasz Posadzki.
Not what you want to see right in the open seconds. Nice to see the replay. Here we go. Oh, no denying that. No denying that.
Put that 5 minutes on the older timer.
And you can tell it's not play acting. Normally when they're tired, you know, rounds 2, rounds 3, and they're really tired and they take a little blow like that, they think, I'm going to take a breather. I'm going to lie on the floor for a little while and just take a breather. This was the opening seconds. This man wants to win just as much as his opponent. He doesn't want to be lying on the floor pretending.
You may have just heard Posadzki tell the M1 scores table. Correctly so that Varejao now gets up to 5 minutes to recover.
By the looks of it, he may need an operation. Never mind 5 minutes. He looks like he's in agony. Oh, he can't even lift the legs. I think we have a problem.
I'm going to start speculating, which is slippery business, but I will anyway, just based on Varejao right now. If he cannot continue after 5 minutes, this will go down as a no contest. In M1, 1 of 3 rounds must be completed or 2 of scheduled 5. Again, we see it in machine.
Neither guy wants this to happen. He looks a little bit better now. He's coming around a bit, moving his legs a lot more clearer. Thumbs up, mouth guard in.
Ruled accidental.
And he deserves a round of applause because there's no fighter within 2 seconds of a fight wants to lie on the floor like that. You may claim it was a hit, a low blow, shake it off, carry on.
There you see Sergey Romanov. He will face Anton Varejago. Set for the heavyweight division, coming up our main event. Varejao. And this is why I don't speculate, even though I just did. It looked as though he had no possible ability to continue, but now he's on his feet again. He's allowed to take up to 5 minutes.
And for those at home are wondering, is he wearing a cup? Every fighter is checked just before they get in the ring. He is wearing a cup.
Confirmation of our main event. Anton Varejago versus Sergey Romanov still to come.
What a main event it is. 2 big guys who can both knock people out. 16 seconds. Varejago in his last fight.
Bosacki telling Romanov, I know it was accidental, but watch out. Varejao could have taken the full 5 minutes, elects not to. Bosacki asking for a touch of gloves. Time in.
He's still in agony. He's still put his hands down by his side. There's a takedown. He'd be pleased about that.
Immediate takedown hit by Varejao.
Nice pass. Beautiful pass, in fact. Not quite finished it, though. Not quite finished. He needs to be careful of the guillotine.
Trying to hook the outside trip, Varejao. To the wizard position,
that
indeed.
keeping him there. That's good. Good work to back to his feet. Romanov, nice wizard throw as well.
Beautiful from Sergey Romanov.
Varejao doesn't want anything to do with the striking side of it. And can you blame him after what's just happened?
Varejao, you see, dipping his shoulder. Time called by Bosacki again here in round 1.
That's got to be a yellow card, yeah. He grabbed the ropes, fell on top of his opponent.
So we've already had 2 disqualifications tonight, and now a yellow card issued to Romanov by Bosacki.
He's holding his groin again, Sean.
Grabbing the ropes.
Sorry to interrupt, but I wonder if he fell on top of him again.
You have your time. That's good. That's good.
If you feel you're addicted.
It's a residual effect, so Varejao cannot get time for that groin strike. He had the 5 minutes. Again, he can't get a second time for that because it occurred earlier.
Nice knee on the way in.
Time in again, round number 1.
Great defense by Romanov. Romanov gives a knee of his own, Sean.
And another counter knee.
Nice reversal.
Continual driving, standing pressure from Tiago Varejao.
Well, Varejao is doing the right thing because if he does go for a takedown, Romanov will not grab the ropes. Oh, you would think so.
Bosacki clearing the right hand of Romanov off of the rope.
He was using the rope to kind of push himself upright more than grab it to defend the takedown, but even still, not allowed to do that. There's a takedown coming. I can see it. Oh, again, he hooks over the ropes with the elbow.
Varejao trying to hit the body lock takedown.
I've heard many people watching this event, many fighters from this event have said they're not happy with the ropes, but it's the own kind of signature that they have in M-1. It's a rage, half ring and half cage. UFC have the octagon, which is the 8-sided ring. Bellator have the round cage. Everyone has their own identity. M1 use this. Great for the spectator. More viewing option because of the ropes.
Again, Bosacki calling for action. A rage, a ring, a cage, all have their own dynamics. There's the restart. Bosacki just telling Varejao, you need to fight.
Yeah, he looked at Bosacki and said, keep an eye on him with the low blow. He's still aiming for it. Oh, that wobbled him. That wobbled him. Oh, he gives his back. Not a wise move. I think it was an accident by turning round, but he's going to get his hooks in. Well, he got the underhook, the butterfly. He should have put the overhooks in. That's a big mistake.
Living dangerously, indeed. You see why? The turn by Romanov in the top position.
Varažao actually pulled guard from the back to take the back mount, and he used butterfly instead of getting the hooks in, which was a big mistake.
Varejao holds the rank of purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But that looked a bit white beltish there, Machine.
Yeah, well, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great to have belts in Jiu-Jitsu. It's a superior sport, and I absolutely love it. I hold a black belt myself, but in MMA, belts are very limited to what you can do. I used to love fighting black belts because they are so clued up on going for submission. They leave their face wide open, they get hit.
Varejao putting himself in positional jeopardy and now paying the price.
Big right hand. But, John, the sport is evolving. Most Jiu-Jitsu guys are now doing a lot of MMA and not leaving themselves wide open as they used to. Not when I was around, anyhow.
25 seconds remaining in a very unusual round number one.
Well, we've had everything in this round. We've had groin strikes, rope grabs, yellow card. And now we have 10 seconds. Hands down. He got punched in the face and put his hands down. Luckily, he got the clinch.
That is the end of round one.
Wow, what an entertaining and very, very strange round.
A reminder that we are online, M1Global.tv. If you have not done so already, download the M1 Global app, available completely free of charge worldwide for all operating systems. Opening stages round number one. The accidental kick to the cup, ruled as such by Łukasz Bosacki. It looked as though Varejao may not continue, and this fight is over. Varejao wants out. We just saw the indication from the Varejao corner.
He's just put his hand up and said no, 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 so he may have changed his mind.
Joilton Santos, who fought earlier tonight, losing a 3-round unanimous decision to Danila Prikaza, working the corner of his countryman, just signaled to Bosacki that Varejao wants out, and some confusion. Now Varejao wants to stay in.
Well, that just goes to prove that groin shot was definitely painful. Well, no, he's won a fight.
Santos wanted to get him out. Varejao wants to stay in. Round number two. Short left hand.
They're slugging, Sean, they're slugging. Varejao wants to end this quick, I think. Nice knee. Oh, he gets wobbled.
Straight right.
Well, the level change was great, but the drive was terrible.
Sprawl from Romanov. Varejao looking for the single.
Oh, he done well to switch from single to back. Well, he's kind of at the back.
Своей левой рукой за его кисть попробуй взять. Да, старайся правую руку просунуть, свою правую руку просунуть под его левую.
3 knees to the thigh thrown by Varejao.
If I was Varejao, I'd be trying to pull him away from the ropes just to see if the instinct of Romanov tries to grab them.
Another knee. Kosatsky calls for action. Strikes of attrition by Varejao into the thigh of Romanov.
Yeah, good call.
Center of the ring restart. Literally running into the pocket is Tiago Varejao.
Varejao looks like he wants to finish this quick. He must be hurting, or he feels he hasn't got the gas tank. I'm not sure which it is, but he wasn't like this in round 1. And after we've heard the corner said, let's finish the fight, you're not going back out there. Maybe that's why he's trying to finish it in this one. Oh, that wobbled him. That stopped him in his tracks.
Romanov just misses with the uppercut. 2:55 remaining, round number 2. Varejao waves him on indeed.
Yeah.
Now lands the right.
Oh, nice. Oh, that was an elbow. That was an elbow. Accidental, but it was an elbow. No elbows allowed in M1.
You can hit with this, but not with the other.
Well, forearm.
Forearm, elbow counts the same. The term elbow used loosely in MMA because, Machine, it's really anything below the wrist. The forearm, the elbow, up into the bicep. Shoulder strikes, of course, are legal.
This is crazy. We've had a night of ups and downs. He's complaining his tooth is loose. I don't mean to be horrible, but me as a fighter, I have to just pull the tooth out and carry on, dude. Well, you can hear the crowd.
Rare boos from a Russian MMA crowd.
They just feel that Varažao is oh no, another one.
So that's 2 yellow cards for separate infractions.
Varažao will be very happy.
So in this case, 2 yellows does not equal a red.
Yeah, two separate fouls.
The yellow card issued by Kosatsky to Romanov, grabbing the ropes to prevent the takedown around 1. That for the spinning back elbow in round number 2.
Oh, nice knee by Romanov. Oh,
big left
him down. Wow, that must have been a hard jab. It just shows that Varažao has the power also. Nice attempt. Unfortunately, the ring part of the cage, the rage, stopped him going over.
Now Varejao looking for a takedown of his own. Romanov again in the ring ropes.
He just don't want to grab that rope. If he grabs that rope, that's red for sure. He's better off just going down on the floor. Sean, I've never seen an M1 event with so many different ups and downs. Yellow cards, red cards.
80 seconds remaining, round number 2. What is quickly becoming one of the stranger fights in MMA this year. Varejao walking forward with purpose.
Yeah, well, he knows he can put his opponent down on the canvas, so he's happy to walk forward. And it's Romanov that goes for the takedown.
Big swings.
The punches are coming slow now from Varejao, though.
Straight right.
Varejao, which I'm surprised, is actually winning the stand-up.
So if you score this round, 10-9 for Varejao with the 1-point deduction, it becomes a 10-8.
Oh, he tried to spin a back fist again.
If you give it 10-9 for Romanov, it's a 9-9. 9-9 is very likely the score turned in by the 3 M1 judges in round 1 because of the point deduction.
There's that takedown again, but this time he gets the hooks in.
Looking rear naked choke from a tough angle.
Oh, he's squeezing it. It's coming, 15 seconds. It's hard to see from my position and the camera position. Is it under the chin?
A lot of squeeze from Varejao.
No, he's left it.
Lost his grip.
Must have been under the chin, Sean.
And we are headed to the 3rd and final round.
Wow. What? I was going to say a strange fight. I don't know if that justifies what's happening here.
Sergey, listen, you need to fight.
Referee having a word saying you need to fight clean. Next one, you're finished. The groin shot, accidental. Grabbing the ropes on purpose. Spinning back fist, accidental. What a way to lose the fight if it happens that way though, Sean.
Varejao definitely throwing hard, trying to press the pace in the stand-up.
This is going to be Varejao's longest 5 minutes ever.
That was the spinning back elbow.
And for those watching, the elbow is illegal, like we said, but you can't hit them with the fist. And sometimes when your opponent steps forward just a little bit too much, he gets caught with the elbow. So who do you say? Is it the fighter's fault? Is it your opponent's fault? It's a hard one to call, Sean.
You just saw Anton Viazegan. You will see him in the biggest fight of his life coming up in our main event versus Sergey Romanov in the heavyweight division. 3rd and final round of this fight at the catchweight of 79 kilograms. Tiago Varejao versus Sergey Romanov. And again, Romanov already docked 2 points.
And they are swinging now. They are absolutely swinging. Romanov needs a knockout, I believe.
Again, Varejao waving him forward.
But can you imagine the buzz, if I can call it that, what Varejao has right now? He knows he's way ahead on points. He just has to get through this round without being knocked out or submitted. And to go into a 3rd round with that on your mind, it's kind of an energy boost. It's kind of a confidence boost. And the man that's going to make the mistakes is Romanov, because he knows he's down and he's got to finish. And right now, we have Varejao in the guard.
Absolutely worst case scenario scorecard-wise. It's 2 9-9 rounds, 18-18, and that's worst case scenario for Tiago Varejao.
I'm not even going to comment on how the judges have been tonight, because I've seen some ridiculous calls. The French guy, Lebeau, for me, won all 3 rounds, and that was a split decision to Gordiev. But here we go with this fight. Nice, well done.
Big scramble.
Beautiful work.
Romanov scrambling.
Oh!
Big right hand. Now into the half butterfly guard of Varejao, turning for the Kimura indeed. Figure 4ing through.
He could roll him over. If he gets him out of that half guard, he could roll him over.
Varejao talking to Bosatsky, I'm not sure what about, trying to wrench through the Kimura. Perhaps saying Romanov grabbing Varejao's trunks. You can legally defend by grabbing your own trunks.
There's the rollover, that's what I meant. But for how long? Oh,
beautiful.
Great work.
Sergey Romanov in the top position. Getting half butterfly guard for Varejao. 2:40 remaining, 3rd and final round. Varejao looking for the up kick.
Oh,
gets
nice
the trip.
angle pick. That was a white belt mistake there from Romanov.
That was not a stomp, there was swerve to it, but close to a stomp.
Axe kicks are perfectly legal.
Now in the side control for Tiago Varejao. Backhand 4th we go.
Varejao went for the knee on belly. Now he's going to try and step over, and now his hips have changed back. Let's see what he has from here.
Action, Tiago, action, come on.
Yeah, the referee needs to see action. You can't just lie in side control.
Varejao trying to work up the body.
All Varejao has to do is just keep hitting, even if it's light. Now he's put the the hand under the head. Oh, what a roll!
Sweep out of an attempted guillotine from Varejao, hit by Romanov. 1:35 to go, third and final round. Again, as we get to the closing stages, remember, Romanov docked 1 point in round number 1, illegally grabbing the ropes to prevent a takedown. Docked 1 point round number 2 for the illegal spinning back elbow.
And he's definitely winning this round, Sean. He's got 1 minute to stay in a good position, to stay on top. Oh,
big up
nice
kick.
up kick, but he takes a right hand for it.
Another right hand in by Romanov. Romanov now cut under his right eye.
Oh my word, Varejao was cut too. The blood is pouring out of his head. I think it's off that big right hand. Oh, look at the blood just pouring out of his head.
Romanov stepping into the half guard of Varejao.
Varejao hiding the head under the body. Good tactics.
To the home stretch of this really entertaining fight.
There's a knee bar attempt, go for it. No, the knee is too far down. Needs to lift his body up. Lift his body up so the knee is on his stomach. And attempt the reverse knee bar.
Romanov posting on his head, now raises back up. Now posting on Varejao's head. Looking for leverage for the right hand.
Nice reversal.
The end of the fight.
Well, normally I sum up how I feel the fight's gone and the who's won, but I ain't even going to try. Not with the amount of points I've been deducted in this fight. But I will find out soon, Sean.
Both fighters cut here in round 3. To say that was an odd fight would truly be an understatement. And remember, it looked as though in the Varejao corner, Joilton Santos, acting as Varejao's chief second, tried to stop the fight, saying Varejao wanted out, but Varejao said he wanted to stay in. A lot more suspense now to the 3 judges' scorecards because of the 2 points deducted by Bosatsky to Romanov. Still to come, our co-main event scheduled for 5 rounds to unify the M-1 flyweight title. Arman Ashimov versus Alexander Doskalchuk. And then our main event in the heavyweight division, Anton Viazegan versus Sergey Haritonov. M1 Challenge 92 from M1 Arena here in St. Petersburg, Russia. To end all suspense, back to Ian the Machine Freeman.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard for a majority decision in favor of your winner, Tiago Varejao.
Two judges in favor of Varejao, one having it even, a majority decision win for the Brazilian Tiago Varejao in his M1 debut. Hard fought, to say the least. I talked earlier in the broadcast about how sporting Russian MMA crowds always, and I mean always are, and you just heard it there, full example, the warm ovation for the victor, Tiago Varejao. The catch weight of 79 kilograms, Tiago Varejao coming in with 15 career wins by TKO or straight knockout. Sergey Romanov, his first fight since losing in his bid for the M-1 welterweight title. TKO'd in the first round by champion Alexei Kunchenko last October in the M1 ring. Early stages of the fight to kick to the cup. For a moment, it looked as though, for a few moments, in fact, that Varejao might not continue, and this would be a very quick no contest. Varejao certainly continued, as did Romanov. There was the spinning back elbow, and the second yellow card shown to Romanov, second point deduction. In that situation, 2 yellow cards not equaling the red, though, as they were for different infractions. The big dive-in right hand, closing stages of this fight, opening up the cut on the face of Tiago Varejao. Romanov cut with the up kick in round 3 by Varejao. The winner by way of majority decision, Tiago Varejao defeats Sergey Romanov.